Hello everyone, I am Apex Gamester and welcome to our FIFA 13 career season. Our next game, as you can see, 2 days away, is against Scunthorpe in the Capital One Cup. So we'll be making a couple changes to the side for that, as we have players leaving on international duty from the 31st of August. Jesus Navas, Wayne Rooney, Michael Carrick, all of those you can see. Anymore? No. You should make changes to your squad if necessary. So, yes, that's that situation. But we've got a game today. Bebe is asking he might be given the chance to play. Unfortunately for him, he is on the transfer list, so there's really no need for me to play him. I will be making the changes to the squad though. Evans and Jones in the centre. Let me see. Hernandez and Welbeck up front. I'm going to put Hernandez there. Rooney. Welbeck in that hole. Instead of Ashley Young, we will play Giggs. Instead of Valencia, I'm going to give Navas the start. I think he's going to be able to tear them to shreds, hopefully. Cleverly in the middle. Instead of Scholes. And someone instead of Carrick. Who have we got? No one. No one. So, Carrick will have to play. He has got some good energy though, so he's not... Well, no, that's obviously not what I meant to do. Raphael needs a day off. Smalling can play in that position. Butner as well can play instead of Evra. And that's a completely different side now. Lingard, yeah. Carrick, Cleverly, Jesus Navas, Welbeck, Giggs, Hernandez. And the big boys will be on the bench. Possibly not Rooney. I'm going to put Scholes on instead. And Evra instead of Ferdinand. So, that's the squad for this game. Player roles. We will have Giggs as captain. Welbeck can take penalties, that's fine. Say Jesus Navas for free kicks. And all the rest can be changed as and when. Giggs and Navas taking the corners, that's what we wanted. So, that match is set up for us. Yeah, they can't really play in their home strip. And we'll be hoping for an easy game today. It's certainly a strong side that we've put out, but that is our second side. It just highlights the fact that we do need another central midfielder, preferably. So, possibly working on that before the end of the transfer window. I missed the starting sequence as well. Sorry about that. If you guys like to see that, let me know as well, so I can skip it if you want it skipped, or kept if you want it kept. But let's have a look at the Scunthorpe side. Oh yeah, a lot of big names. Actually, Christian Ribeiro at right back, former of Bristol City. Very good right back, actually. So he'll be one to take a look at. He'll be against Giggs today. So let's crack straight on. And be a nice patient game today. But certainly try not to take any prisoners. Straight away losing possession of the ball is not a good idea. I'm not... Well, hang on 1 second actually, as we pick the ball up in a pretty promising position here. A loose ball, Hernandez managed to pick up, but he's taken to the floor. But yes, I mean, winning here isn't, absolutely guaranteed. Evans. It's still going to be a tough game, but Jesus Navas Ball in the box. Welbeck tried the diving header. And Navas picks it up again here. Another cross. Another chance for Welbeck to head. And the defence deals with it both times. But, yes, it is still going to be a difficult game. But for my own pride, I'm hoping that I'm able to deal with Scunthorpe today. Welbeck tries a run, but he doesn't have the pace today. Evans jinks out of position. Evans hasn't played since the 4-0 scrap against Sevilla in pre-season, where he played pretty poorly, didn't he? But here's Welbeck on a run, looking for Navas. Finds him. Back to Welbeck. Back to Navas. Cross in, and cleverly is in a load of space, and that's a great ball and a great goal. For this, the cross comes in, cleverly is completely unmarked, and a nice swing volley. Okay, so 10 minutes in and we get our first goal. I think they've got an injured player there. Wasn't us, honest. Mozika. As he hobbles off. Stop being such a girl. So Jesus Navas already playing his part in this game. A great assist. His second for the club. Real strong acquisition. Maybe a little bit downbeat that he's picked to start this game. Maybe not feel like he's seen as a backup player, but at the moment Valencia is playing beyond expectations, so you really can't ignore them. Small. It's Jesus Navas who loses the ball. But playing as Jesus Navas is certainly a lot easier than it is with Valencia. He's certainly a lot smoother, a lot quicker. And here he is. And he's picked the ball up despite what looked like a handball. The defender's miles away because he was running, because I thought he was someone else. But Butner tried to get there on time, but there's an offside anyway. Yeah, Scunthorpe aren't going to be brilliant in attack today. So we can afford to lose a defender in attack every now and again. They're not going to be too great in defence, as we can see here with Hernandez, and that's 2-0. Another 10 minutes, another goal, and that's a cracking strike from a good ball from Danny Welbeck. Hernandez will be glad to get his first goal of the season. Jesus Navas, first time ball to Welbeck. Welbeck somehow manages to get the ball away from the defender. Cross comes in, but there was yes, there is a free kick. And Jesus Navas, probably not the man to take it. I'm going to give it to Giggs because he is left-footed. He's going to go for goal, and it's just over. Well, it was a funny angle, so I'm not going to be too hard on the guy. gaps open up in defence here for Scunthorpe, but the tackle's coming in strong. And eventually Hernandez. Is it Hernandez who got away? No, it was Holmes. Welbeck misses his tackle. They're just walking straight through us here, and they deserve that goal, definitely. That is poor defending. Hopefully that goal will be prize enough for Scunthorpe today. Look at this. That is awful defending. But I wasn't in control of that player at the time, so I take no blame. Honest. Butner. Carrick. Is it through to Welbeck? Welbeck has a strike from long range and it hits the post behind the goal. Good little effort. Keep an eye on that wing. Smalling comes into a more central position, but the ball got away, and here's a chance to break, and Jesus, Navas is taken away from the ball. As Carrick wins it back, though. Plays it through to find Welbeck, who is manhandled quite rough, but it's just jostling. Oh, and Hernandez there reacted poorly to the keeper giving him the ball, and Welbeck's been hit in the face. That'll be a Manchester United throw. 32 minutes. Oh, and that's a poor throw there from Smalling. But Smalling wins it back here and then loses it. And there was a foul on a Scunthorpe player. I didn't see it, but apparently there was. And Navas forces another throw-in for Scunthorpe. And Navas wins it again. Gives it to Hernandez. Hernandez tries to find Navas again, but doesn't. Still got that stupid glitchy thing in the middle of the screen. Can't seem to get rid of that, but here is Jesus Navas. Plays a lovely ball to try and find the head of Hernandez, but couldn't. There's Welbeck. And Giggs. And Giggs will win this ball back. Giggs does one on the Scunthorpe defender. And Jesus Navas looks to take that ball down, but the defender beat him to it. Oh dear, that was a poor attempt at a challenge by, what's his name? Cleverly. Here's Carrick. Oh, lovely ball there from Cleverly. Evans trying to challenge. Carrick loses his man. And lovely diving header out into the stands. And Scunthorpe sort of up in their game a bit now. Having a few more runs forward. Certainly going to start not underestimating them in defence. As you see, that they can cut us apart with a pass. Be a bit more cautious with the build-up. Oh, Navas does really well. Lovely skill. And that's half time. And we're ahead. Couple of goals to Scunthorpe's 1. But let's just go straight in with the second half. And there's a lot of other games going on. But we'll see the results afterwards. So, start of the second half. So far, no need for any changes. As Hernandez wins the ball back in a really good position there, and he runs through two defenders. Will he get through? And the shot wide, and he was fouled as well, but because he took the shot, the advantage was taken away. But that was really good play there from Hernandez. And here he is again. Tries to find Welbeck through three defenders. This is Evans, the last defender, and he does his work. Butner to Giggs. And Giggs, apparently loses that throw-in, but there you go. And Evans here will have to do his work, and does. And thinking that it was going to come down to another man versus man situation, and that would have been a sliding tackle. Instead, it was a boot out to a corner. But here is Hernandez, and he is the only player forward, but he fancies a run. And that was absolutely horrific. But here's Welbeck. Trying to find Jesus Navas. Does find him. Floats the ball into Hernandez, but instead it's a little bit too strong. Substitutions there for Scunthorpe. Collins coming on from Mazika. Can't get the through balls through that defence though. Dancing around there. Oh. And the goalkeeper should claim that, but he doesn't. That's a poor parry. Why punch it there? But that is characteristic of... actually, no, that's not De Gea in goal. That is Lindegaard. Still hasn't got a clean sheet to his name this season. And... oh, that was an offside. Shouldn't have really counted, seeing as it was us that got the ball away. But there you go. And let's see if Giggs can find a ball here to Hernandez. No. Hernandez nearly won it back though. But that next goal would really be a comfort for Manchester United, and that's a lovely ball there, trying to find Hernandez, and does, but the second defender manages to get a foot to the ball, and that would have been an absolutely cracking goal. Let's not lose our man in the centre, and that was a great challenge. Hernandez tries to find Giggs. And the defence, they're not letting the passes slip through. Oh, Butner did well there. Oh, Giggs. But then that's a poor pass, and that's let Hernandez through. Welbeck, no, still can't get through. Great challenge from Evans. Played a lot better today, must admit. And here's Danny Welbeck. Looking for options. There's Butner. There's Giggs. And Giggs loses it. Maybe his last season, as he does seem to have lost a bit of pace. Looks that header there. And Manchester United are up against it a bit here. Navas, who apparently is nursing an injury. So let's not risk that player. Let's bring on Valencia. And I'm going to say let's bring on Scholes in that Danny Welbeck position. As Welbeck hasn't been massively confident today. I mean, he's got an assist, but he hasn't been too comfortable on the ball. Carrick wins it well. Here is Welbeck. Here's Giggs. Again, just losing that pace. Well, there'll be a double substitution here. Jones looks absolutely nothing like Jones. Hopefully that isn't too bad an injury. Could be nothing. I haven't heard anything about it at all. So, and that's the thing with no commentary, is that you don't hear about certain injuries. But here is Valencia, fresh from a rich vein of form. First cross, cleverly on the volley. Cleverly got his first Manchester United goal this season. Well, first goal of the season. Scholes. Here is Cleverly. He finds Giggs. Giggs gets the cross in. And there's going to be something here, and it is going to be a free kick in a really dangerous position here. And let's have a look at takers for this. And I'm going to say Giggs again. Let's give him another chance. It's high and wide. Maybe that was a bad decision. But either way, we are winning and everything's fine. And with these new substitutions, maybe we get to take a bit more control over this game again. There's Carrick, Valencia, Scholes. Scholes to Cleverly. Cleverly with a decent shot, and it hits the outside of the post. I swear that went out for a corner, but it didn't, apparently. And that was a really strong shot there from Cleverly. Oh dear, Valencia missing that. Smalling. And again, Evans doing his work. Good passing there between Smalling and Evans. Carrick looking for options. Finds it in Scholes. And the shot of Scholes is deflected. Scholes again with good defence. Valencia. Good play by Valencia here. Still got the ball. Smalling with a shot. And a great save. And a substitution here. There will be a corner. Giggs will take it. Defensive headers away. No need for any other changes, I think. At this point, I think we've got this game pretty much wrapped up. Scholes, who does want to have a shot. He's probably frustrated that every shot he's taken has been blocked so far. Oh dear. Play by Butler. Again, he's been pretty solid today as well. Not lost any of his battles. He's put in some good challenges, even when we thought he wouldn't. And, oh dear. And there we go. It's a draw. Right at the death, Scunthorpe somehow managed to get another goal. Let's have a look at this replay. He's onside, Smalling isn't marking him. Jones is, but look at that for a save. And then Jones just gets muscled out. And there we go. Looks like this one's heading to a replay, as we can't even get the ball through. Giggs. Scholes. Carrick with the cross. Someone needs to save Man United's blushes here. Oh dear. And it's the final whistle. And I'm assuming, yes, it is full time, not the end of 90 minutes. And it will go to a replay. And that's a bit embarrassing because, again, I said that I thought that I had the game wrapped up, and I definitely should have. And there's the 2 goals. Absolutely brilliant goals. And that was a defence cutting pass there. But this one, that hurts a little bit because so vulnerable on the rebound. But there you go. That is what happens. In other games, let's actually get to the top. Aston Villa beat Bristol City 2-1. Anything interesting? Cardiff lost to Man City. Crystal Palace and Sunderland drew 2-2. Everton beat Norwich. Plymouth lost. What have we got here? No shocks that I can see. A draw between QPR and Wolves. That's probably not great for them. And just as I say that, it is the end of 90 minutes. So, we have extra time. I didn't know. So, this will be an extended episode. But let's try and take care of these guys before the penalty shootout, because I don't want to leave anything to doubt. Certainly don't want to leave the Capital One Cup in the first round against Scunthorpe. Preferably not. So we'll defend as if we are playing against Premiership opposition, which at the moment is not happening. There you go, Scholes, get that away. Or someone. It wasn't Scholes, because it changes the name to the person who's nearest to the ball. So whoever it was, probably Carrick, Jones or Evans. Oh, and a great challenge there by Giggs. Ball into Scholes. Back to Valencia. Valencia with a shot! And it's a good save. And that was a great passage of play there. Giggs with the corner. And someone on the end of it, and it's in! And it's Jones! It's Phil Jones. And only 6 minutes into extra time. It's a good header. Brilliant stuff. I don't know what I'm doing there. Okay. So, on we go. Let's see. Oh dear, completely unmarked, but Butner eventually recovers. And Valencia in a good position there, and he will pick it up here. Oh, battling over and over again, eventually losing out, but he's got it back here, and he will have a shot, and it's a good save. Forcing the saves from the goalkeeper, and here's Giggs. And it's another decent header from Evans this time. And a good strong header back to the goalkeeper from Carrick. So, nearly at the end of the first half of extra time. We've got that goal that we needed. Now all we really need to do is not defend like a douche, but Hernandez has done really well here to aggressively take the ball, and the through ball, tried to pass it across the face of goal, but unfortunately it didn't work the way he wanted it to. But that was a great opportunity to really bury this game. There's Carrick, and that is the end of the first half of extra time. We have that lead. So let's seal the lid on this tie. All we need to do is defend smart. And if we can score another goal, that's always good. Giggs having a nice little run here today. And that's better from Giggs. And there's a free header for Cleverly it was. And he got on the end of it, but it was straight to the goalkeeper. Cleverly finds Valencia. And Valencia with a cross, and Scholes dived through the air to try and reach it. But it got nowhere near it. And here's Butner. Oh. Of course, scored in the first game he ever played in pre-season in a friendly from the penalty spot. Here's Hernandez. Giggs tried to get on the end of that with his head. Cleverly passes it straight to a Scunthorpe player who can now try and counter-attack, and this is where we have to be careful. There are plenty of men behind the ball, and Evans does a good job. Here's Giggs. And Hernandez looks for Scholes at the end of that ball, and Scholes would love a goal today. He's tried pretty hard to get shots away, but they're always blocked or something always not going in their favour. And that's not what we want. We don't want them to be able to get headers away. But it was a poor one. We've probably got some tired players out here as well. And that's not bad. Scholes picks it up here, lays it off to Valencia. Valencia's got Hernandez in his sights, and that cross turned into a shot for some reason. But I did press cross, so that's what it was. But then we get a corner. And instead, this time, no one could really get on the end of it, but it will be a throw-in. Cleverly plays it almost through the legs of the defender. Scholes searching for the space and does have a shot, but it is naff. But we are at 120 minutes and we are looking for that whistle to be blown. And instead we're going to play Scunthorpe through and on goal, but Evans does really well. And Smalling will boot it up the field to the rapturous applause of the Old Trafford crowd. It took extra time from a pretty annoying second goal from Scunthorpe. But Manchester United sailed through the skin of their teeth, mind. Man of the match is given to Murphin, the Scunthorpe defender. Fair enough. 3 goals, 3 goal scorers. 3 assisters as well. We've got Carrick with those magnificent passes as usual, and dribbles. Evans and Smalling did great on the tackles as well today. Really good work from them. So, on reflection, should have wrapped that game up a lot earlier. And we will now find news on that injury. 5 days for Jesus Navas. That's not too bad at all. That's fine. It does look like no, he won't even miss the Champions League game. So that's all we really need to see. There's obviously no league to look at, and it was a longer match than usual, and probably people looking at the length may already be able to tell that it goes into extra time. Who knows? But thank you for everyone who watched. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.